Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is ZDoggMD's A Doctor Watches What the Health. Now, he has claimed to review the documentary and he basically just slams it. So I want to just make a few comments on what he's saying and whatnot. As you can see, it's got 3,644 dislikes, which is awesome because this is a pretty stupid video. But I'm going to just full screen it. You have a little bit of a cutout because of my face, but let's play and see what he says.
Joaquin Phoenix is the executive producer?
Yeah, he is.
Really?
The World Health Organization classifies processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen, the same group as cigarettes, asbestos, and plutonium.
Plutonium is totally vegan, just in case you're wondering.
Okay, so we've got a little slam on vegans straight away, 27 seconds in. Good job, ZDogg.
Even more shocking, on their Eat Healthy page, they actually encouraged eating Group 1 carcinogenic foods like processed turkey and canned meats. This is after the World Health Organization reviewed over 800 studies definitively linking processed meat to cancer.
I mean, what exactly are you documenting in this documentary? Like the fact that you're an idiot for most of your life and are just now realizing that life causes cancer? Like, wow, like maybe this shit in the supermarket that's highly processed is bad for you? That's news? Like, this guy got funding to make this documentary?
So he's just, again, like, slammed the guy. Why is he saying that life causes cancer? Can't we try and find a way to not cause cancer? Maybe this is what this documentary is actually trying to achieve. This guy's... let's carry on.
Was this like I had essentially been smoking my entire childhood?
Okay, how many people haven't given their kids a cigar and a hot dog bun as a gag? I mean, come on, you know? And then they're like, oh my God, it burns. I'm like, I got...
Like, if you want to be a real doctor watching What the Health and you actually want to review the product, then stop trying to make jokes about it and actually review what's happening instead of picking out bits that, yeah, look a bit ridiculous when you're looking at short snippets of it rather than watching the whole thing. Because this is what this guy's done. He's just tried to slam the product so people won't watch it. But hopefully people will watch it now that this guy has done this because he's ZDoggMD or whatever the hell he is.
Kid.
Hi, I was calling because I was wondering why you all recommend people to eat processed meat on your website, which the World Health Organization has classified as a Group 1 carcinogen.
At this point, the phone goes, para español, oprime el número 3. He's like talking to a phone tree.
What an idiot. That's not what happens. He's just making that up because this guy has absolutely nothing to say about the actual documentary.
How are we supposed to make it through another hour and a half?
Dude, there's an hour and 27 minutes left to go in this
Oh, I'm sorry, but you didn't have to do it, did you?
Having a how to roll your own cigarette section on their website. It's kind of the same thing.
But let me just place you on a brief hold because
He wasn't able to answer my questions and said someone would get back with me.
That's because he's in India at a call center.
I wondered if they...
Number one, that is slightly racist and that should be said, but clearly that guy was not from India. You could tell from his accent he was American. So what you just said just makes you look like a complete fool. Okay?
It would have been different had they known the link between diet and this terrible disease.
No, it wouldn't have been different because they still would have eaten shit. That's what people do. You tell people cigarettes cause cancer, they continue to smoke.
Yeah, but if you explain to someone that they should stop smoking, then a lot of people will try to quit. Smoking has gone down. And this is what this documentary is trying to say, that if you cut down or cut out meat and animal products completely, then you could, in fact, improve your health and have less chance of getting cancer. This guy is clearly not getting that.
Okay, never wear those pants in public.
He just slammed the guy again.
Carcinogen, wearing those pants.
So
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, good joke.
I went on my phone and it turns out last night, after I told her that the interview is going to be about the correlation between diet and cancer, she said she could no longer do the interview.
She probably Googled you and was like, this guy's a dipshit hippie. I don't want to fucking have anything to do with him.
If guys look you up on YouTube and see you're singing, then they think you're a dipshit as well. So how about we just stick to what we're actually trying to achieve here rather than just slamming this guy all over and over again. Now he's going to slam the fact that he looks like Shaggy in a time machine or whatever. And it's just ridiculous.
My old trusty van, Super Blue, once again out on the road.
Oh my
Two-thirds of
God,
adults
dude.
are now-
He's Shaggy, and that's his mystery machine. Except it's a pseudoscience mystery machine.
And sugary
That's funny.
foods as a cause of diabetes. But I wanted to talk with an actual expert on the role of diet and diabetes. What role does sugar?
Okay, hold on. How is it that Dr. Neil Barnard gets the title Premier Researcher and Diabetes Expert? Like, what do you need to do to have that?
Actually, like, knowing what you're talking about, unlike you, possibly. Obviously, I don't know much about you. I've just seen this stupid video, but you don't seem to really know what you're talking about. You just want to slam a product because you don't want people to watch it, so you keep it business. My opinion only, of course.
Diabetes is not and never was caused by eating a high carbohydrate diet, and it's not caused by eating sugar. The cause of diabetes is a diet that builds up the amount of fat into the blood. I'm talking about a typical meat-based, animal-based diet into the muscle cells of the human body, and you find that they're building up tiny particles of fat that's causing insulin resistance. What that means is the sugar that is naturally from the foods that you're eating can't get into the cells where it belongs. It builds up in the blood, and that's diabetes.
Did he just say that fat in the blood is what causes diabetes? The reason that fat builds...
No, he said that the fat walls out on the outer side of the arteries blocks the sugar from leaving your bloodstream, which causes diabetes. He's saying that the fat is blocking the sugar. You clearly are not listening, or you, like you say, that this guy wants to just drive one message on, you just want to drive another message on.
up in those tissues is because of a high carbohydrate, high triglyceride generating diet, Ace.
Carbs cannot
No.
make you fat in and of themselves.
Carbs cannot make you fat in and of themselves, dude. Tell that to homie drinking the syrupy soda with the sugar in it. One size doesn't fit all. These guys are making statements that immediately discredit them because they're saying this is true for everyone. It's not. Everybody's genetics are different.
Well, they're not saying one size fits all. They're saying that humans should eat a plant-based diet, which is what the human body is designed for. They're not saying that everyone has to follow one particular strict diet. It's just saying don't eat animal products, which is highly accurate.
We eat carbs, we either store it or we burn it. Now, eat fat, that goes straight to your fat. Your body can't turn those carbs into fat unless you're really overdoing the calories.
His face says it all because they've actually just said something completely sensible, and he doesn't even want to comment on that. Carbohydrates cannot make you fat unless you eat so many, and we're talking like double your calorie intake, something like that, then yeah, you'll start to put on some pounds. But on a typical diet with a high carb, low fat, you will not get fat. That's fact.
Obesity, it's a death sentence.
Did this guy actually take a physiology class? Like, are you kidding me? Wait, carbs can't be turned into fat? Like, fat goes right into fat? No. Fat can be absolutely metabolized into ketone bodies and used for fuel, especially in the setting of a low carbohydrate diet. That isn't for everybody, but this guy is painting everybody with one brush. And you know what? It sells documentaries, but it doesn't make any medical sense. It's interesting. This isn't very funny at all. I'm like getting angry about this.
Yeah, I'm getting angry at you as well because you're just chatting rubbish.
In your vessels. When you're eating sugar, your body's going to store most of it as glycogen.
This guy doesn't understand basic carbohydrate physiology, and he runs a, quote, weight loss center. So he's making money selling people the contrary view, which isn't a one-size-fits-all view. When you overload your body with carbohydrates, the liver turns it into fat and triglycerides, and it's stored as fat. This is a simple physiologic fact. So he should, look, the problem with this documentary already is that it's going to mislead people into thinking there's one answer, right? And it is not one answer. This is a complex issue. That's why nutrition is so difficult to study and to recommend.
I'm just going to shut him up there because he's just chatting rubbish again. He's now got it in his head that this documentary is trying to push you into a one-size-fits-all diet. It's completely not. It's trying to push you into eating a plant-based diet, a vegan diet, which, yes, that is the ultimate goal. That is really what us humans are designed to do. But they're not saying you must eat this, this, and this every day, and everyone eats the same, and then everyone will be okay. That's not what this is saying. So this guy is just got it in his head that this is now happening and this is what he's going with.
Because there's no one size fits all.
About the claims these doctors are making, so I did some searching on my own.
This idiot goes on Google and goes, Google, process.
Stop calling him an idiot, because he actually went out and put out his spare time to actually research this thing and put it as a documentary. What are you doing? Making music videos? Really? And you're going to sit here and slam him for actually doing something that's going to hopefully help people?
Mutant diabetes. Hey, look! Confirmation bias. He's already decided I'm going to sell a doc.
And you've already decided that you're going to slam this documentary. So what's the difference between you and him? Nothing.
I'm going to sell books, I'm going to sell tapes, I'm going to do seminars, I'm going to become a luminary in the space promoting a non-meat diet to cure diabetes. Now he's going to find any bit of data, he's going to spin it to support his bias. By the way, what's on this guy's nipple? His right nipple is wet.
By the way, why are you worried about that? He says that it's a bad diet. I don't agree. I think he's just wet. Why does that matter? Why are you pointing that out with your finger?
Is lactating, which is a sign of a poor diet.
Is chicken better?
It's a question of whether you want to be shot or hung.
Would eliminate from the American diet would be poultry, would be turkey and chicken. A brilliant advertising campaign.
We sent researchers into fast food and family restaurants. Not only were there carcinogens in every single restaurant, but we found them in every
He thinks he's a
single
comedian.
chicken sample that we took.
Horrible.
Source in America of cholesterol is chicken because of the volume of chicken. You know, chicken's become grilled chicken and organic chicken. It's machismo, but it has nearly as much cholesterol per gram as red beef.
Dietary cholesterol is not associated with coronary artery disease, period.
But then I found a study
Oh, right.
suggesting that eating just one egg a day can be as bad as smoking 5 cigarettes per day for life expectancy.
I found a study that shows XXX. Be very skeptical when people misinterpret data and results to support something they intuitively think or are trying to sell you.
And be very careful of people reviewing a documentary when they do not want you to believe it because they want to stay in business and keep making money.
Chemicals. This is all a lot more complicated.
Oh, Michelle, you used the T word, toxins.
You know, even if you've been dealt a bad genetic deck, you can still reshuffle it with diet.
This is true. I agree with him. The question
Good.
is what diet? Nobody knows the answer yet for an individual. We're going to get there. But fear-mongering is not the way to do this.
This is not fear-mongering. This is giving you factual evidence that a vegan diet is actually better for your health than a meat-eating diet. And that's what you're not understanding here.
A bunch of recipes on, a whole section on beef recipes, and there's also a section on egg recipes when there's such a strong link between beef, red meat, and heart disease.
I honestly don't know because I don't do that, I guess. That's not what I do.
Another organization rep that wasn't able to answer my questions. But he said that
It's like you're calling the guy who answers the phones for the American Heart Association. He's not a scientist.
Neither are you.
Like calling like any random McDonald's and be like, what were your profits in Q2 last
exactly.
year?
You tell me about your sustainable farming practices, McDonald's rep guy on the phone who cooks the fries.
Women are told of certain types of
Yeah,
fish. to be
slamming the
avoided.
program
But
again.
what about all these other animal products which are introducing, imagine as the fetus is developing, introducing these very harmful toxins.
Oh my God, like there are toxins in the meat and they're gonna get in my booby milk and the baby's gonna get toxified and then we'll never be able to have a reality show or a New York Times bestseller because I'm a certified nutritionist, whatever that means.
Our government...
What was that, really? Can you not actually think of anything intelligent to say right now?
encouraging Americans of color to eat foods that it knows is going to make them ill. Ultimately, what that boils down to is the government is telling me as an African American to eat food that's going to make me ill for no health benefit so that it will benefit dairy farmers. That's a form of institutionalized racism.
Oh my God. What? What?
So milk is a form of institutionalized racism. Do you see now why
The point was that he doesn't believe that the nutritional guidelines given by governments, this is based in the US, but UK ones as well, definitely they are not accurate and not correct, and they're given to us based on who gives the government the most money and who the government gives the most money to. It's all about money. It's not about actually your health, which is what this documentary is pointing out. And you're just going to make a laugh and a joke about this guy's problem.
Is so charged emotionally, why people can't even talk about it without punching each other, why when this documentary filmmaker calls up the American Cancer Society and says, I want to talk about nutrition, they go, next, because they're used to people who are crazy, who are behaving in an insane emotional way around this, right?
That'll probably be you as well if you phone them.
Yeah, the FDA and the government.
He said, yeah.
Gives stupid nutrition recommendations. I'm the first to say that, because they're saying eat a hell of a bunch of carbs. Like, you need a balanced diet based on your genetics. There's no one size fits all, and we need to...
Yeah, there he goes with the one size fits all again and trying to encourage people to eat less carbs. Eat as many carbs as you like. It's fine.
Study nutrition better and more extensively and stop misinterpreting the studies. Yeah, milk is racist because it's white. This is just the same shit. Skip ahead.
Serving chicken at a diabetes event is like serving alcohol at an AA meeting. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, dude, you heard it here from Steve-O, dude.
Steve-O? Is that really Steve-O? Wait, let's back up.
That's Steve-O. Yeah, dude.
It is Steve-O!
Yeah, dude, cancer. Dude.
Comedian, film, and TV host of Jackass is giving us dietary advice on how we can cause diabetes by eating chicken.
Never.
Yeah, well, Steve-O is actually a vegan, number one. And number two, he can do all his stunts because he actually takes care of his body. So I'd actually prefer to take diet advice from Steve-O than yourself, ZDoggMD.
That I could feel this good.
Look at the tone shift. You skip ahead and all of a sudden it's like, here we are, we're vegans, we are living large, everybody lives forever, and I'm ripped.
I just want everybody to feel this way. I feel like a 20-year-old. I'm almost 50.
I'm also high as fuck right now. That was the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. Tom, don't ever make me watch that kind of shit again. It was so...
So that's pretty much it. He found it stupid, but the way I see it is this guy has just gone out to slam this documentary in order to try and keep his business alive. He's claiming this is scaremongering, but he's actually scaremongering the people watching his video, and I'm so happy that so many people have disliked this video because it is just that. It's dislikable. It's absolutely ridiculous. He doesn't... I don't know if he does know what he's talking about because I don't really know the guy, but portrayed in this and the fact that on his page he's just got stupid songs, like he does parodies of songs if it loads up. Yeah, it's just
now,
ridiculous.
Usually I don't do this, but go on ahead on being HMO, the way you've been paying the bill, DC the home. Page, you give me that.